Hello, this is Dylan. You've seen him in the background of some other videos. He is such a gentle, beautiful cat, and he's been with us since about 2008, I think, before I started the hen rescue. So he's had to adjust to a lot of new animals in his life. When he joined us, we only had Charlie the dog, who has since passed away, and they were great friends. But yes, Dylan's had to deal with many little animals, from quails and little rats, rescued rats, to our bunny rabbits that live in the house. So he's such a beautiful, gentle boy. Aren't you, Dylan? Oh, he's lovely. He loves headbutts too. He loves headbutting my hand. Now I'll move back. The chickens are all kind of in the shade, like having a bit of a sleepy time. Here's Dylan's tail. Woo! So I'm not sure if we're going to get any chicken visitors today, but never fear, there's going to be lots of animals in this video, and we're talking about microsanctuaries and how they fit into our overall Hen Haven plans. So at the moment with the hen rescue, we run out of microsanctuaries. Now, microsanctuary means any sanctuary or any home that welcomes an animal from farming who's been rescued from one of these horrible industries. And you could just rescue, say, one rabbit from the meat industry or two chickens from the egg industry. And if you're giving them the best life, you're not expecting anything from them in return, and you're giving them vet care and protection from predators, then you are a microsanctuary. And that's how we operate. We do not have land, as you know, yet. We rent these houses with quite fairly large gardens, but the problem is we've had to move so many times, and that's coming up again. So, will we just get rid of the whole microsanctuary thing when we start the Hen Haven? The answer is no. Everybody here in our, what we call Hen Rescue HQ or Microsanctuary 1 will be coming to the Hen Haven to either live with us in the house or to have their special new enclosures, and they'll all be permanent family members still. So I guess you could say this microsanctuary will be absorbed into the Hen Haven. However, we have two other microsanctuaries as well. The second microsanctuary is with our director, Anna, and she lives in Port Macquarie area, and she has beautiful animals there who have been rescued from similar places to mine. So various animals we've liberated, or from different industries, or found stray. She's taken them in and given them a permanent and loving home. Anna started as a transport volunteer for us. She soon started helping out with the odd bit of graphic design, things like that, and some admin bits and bobs. Then she was, Dylan's headbutting my knee just out of shot. And then she started fostering, and then soon enough she started taking animals permanently. So she's just wonderful. She's so kind. She thinks the same way as I do about the animals. She sees them as family members. She was the perfect fit as far as another microsanctuary. The animals that are with her for life. They still come under the hen rescue family. That means that things like vet bills and that are covered by the hen rescue. We update each other on the progress of the animals. We think of them all as one big family. But there's no way they'll ever be leaving her, and they will get better care from her small setup than they would if they were moved to a larger sanctuary. So they'll stay with her. And then we've got our third microsanctuary carer, Charlize, who is amazing. She's being interviewed in the new release of my book, Saving Animals, which is being published next year. You will love her interview. She does undercover activism. She's part of the rescue team. She's an amazing activist. She's also very loving, very caring to the animals, and again, she views them in the same way as we do, as family members. She'd been volunteering with us for quite a while when she was ready to take in some hens, and she was open to special needs hens, and it just seemed the perfect fit for her to be the third microsanctuary. And so now she is, and she's in Penrith area. And again, if you follow us on Instagram, you'll see her stories from her quite often. And Peanut, one of her most recent rescues, is just like a cat rather than a chicken. She just loves her cuddle. She lives in the house. She adores Charlize and her boyfriend Aidan. So there's no way they would be moved. They would be staying in that microsanctuary, and again, that would come under the hen rescue. But the difference is we wouldn't be taking on more micro sanctuary carers. It's rare to find someone that perfectly fits that and who wants to take on that as well. So instead we would have the animals at one location apart from those two, which would be the Hen Haven, and we'd hope to give them, with volunteers, we'd give them the personal care that they need as well, and the one-on-one love and attention. So before we go further, let me just shine a light on some of the amazing work done at the micro sanctuaries by sharing with you this video that Anna made of some of the lives she's helped whilst running her micro sanctuary.
Over the past 10 years, New South Wales Hen Rescue has not only liberated thousands of hens and other animals from cages and severe abuse situations, but on a daily basis, Catherine is contacted about other animals in desperate need of help, including backyard neglect situations and animals who have been cruelly dumped, like Kirby, who was dumped in Centennial Park, and later went on to become friends with 4 other ducks who were also rescued from a severe backyard situation. And Justice, beautiful, precious Justice, who found her way to us when a lady rescued her from the side of the road suffering severe burns. And Mama Hen, 10-year-old, beautiful Mama Hen, sweet girl who needed special care. And Amelia, our precious bushfire survivor, we need your help to be able to set up a permanent base and keep responding to calls from members of the public who need urgent help.
So as you can see, there's some beautiful lives that have been helped there, and many more by Anna. Charlie should be making a video in a similar way soon, so I'll be able to share that with you. What about foster carers? Well, foster carers will not be used as much. There may be times when we really need some additional help, in which case we do still have some foster carers. But the thing is, we need to get to certain vets that there's not many vets that know a lot about chickens, so we need to work with those vets. Foster caring can be really hard. Hi Levi, are you going to come into the shop? He's just off the camera. So I turn the camera so people can see you. I'm going to move over slightly. Oh, I don't need to because he's coming in. Let's see. Levi. You want to see his head as he's giving my leg a preen. Hello, darling. Do you want to see what I have to do with Levi? Because he goes from being really friendly to being really cheeky. He's just had a swim. He's all wet. He's a lovely boy. But sometimes he grabs a bit too hard on my skin. So what I have to do is this. Levi, can we have some good behaviour, please? And he usually stops and goes back to being a nice, friendly boy. Sometimes I have to do it twice. He just wants love and attention. He just wants affection, but he just shows it a bit roughly sometimes. Don't you, darling? And it's something about me sitting on the grass that really just, causes him to sometimes go a bit pecky. But you're handsome. He's so handsome. He's so lovely. So foster carers we may still use, but we have had a lot of foster carers in the past. We find that there are some exceptions, like for example Lynn and Charlotte, our current foster carers, our current regular foster carers, are very reliable, and they really, well, it's, I think partly because Lynn's just down the road, Charlotte's only half an hour away and very close to the vets. They really understand like the process of fostering, and that it might be a lot of vet trips and things like that. We've had other foster carers in the past, but it can be a really intense experience, and it can be something that is not for everyone, and it can be a learning experience and a lot of kind of teaching as well from my point of view. It also means there's lots of different locations for adopters to go to, but I really think having one central setup is better, and then saving those foster carers for times when we do need the extra attention given to animals. So that's kind of how that would work. But it would be just so much easier to have one location. So I think that's what we're aiming for. We'll still have our micro sanctuaries, but the Hen Haven will be the location, the headquarters. And we also have this lovely lady called Melissa who cares for Mr. Sophie, who was rescued last year, about this time last year. We called him Sophie because we thought he was a girl. He's a little silky. He was so sick where we found him at this property. He was so sick. His throat was filled with pus. He looked just like this tiny little blob of white. I couldn't tell he was a rooster, so I named him Sophie. As he began to heal and with vet treatment, he began to crow. And he had quite the loud crow, so we called him Mr. Sophie. In that case, you know, myself, Anna, or Charlize, we're all in suburbia. We can't take roosters, despite the fact that we do have Cody at the moment, and we have baby roosters with Charlotte at the moment. That's breaking our own rules. So I kind of reached out to find him a home where I could still pay for his vet treatment and kind of be involved in that, but the person would be his carer. And we found Melissa, who's adopted hens from us before, and she's just been wonderful with him. She's even, you know, we try to reimburse her for most of the vet bills, but sometimes she'll say, no, I'll do it. And she really goes the extra mile. She's just the most wonderful carer for him. He has lots of lady friends, lots of hen friends. So there may still be situations like that where it works better for us to have contacts who are not within the Hen Haven. But otherwise, I'm hoping to have the majority of the animals in one place and tell their stories and to be able to get volunteers and show people around. And so I think I can just see it working so well. Cockatoos flying above my head. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed that beautiful video from Anna of her gorgeous animals that she's cared for, and I will see you tomorrow.